my channel. So for today's video, as I promised over my last video, I'm gonna tell you my short tale about how I came to Canada, and I also will share some important information about immigration. It's just general information. I just want to make clear that I'm not an expert. I had tried my best to give you just general knowledge of it, but the only thing I can tell you about is my own experience, and the other things, they're just things I have found on Google, YouTube, or maybe some things that someone had told me before, someone else's experience. But yeah, just general information, and the only thing I can tell you about is my own experience. So I get the chance to come here because of my dad. My dad migrated to US, and after he found out that it was really difficult for him to get some better status there, he migrated to Canada and he became a permanent resident here. After that, he opened up a case of a sponsorship, and he sponsored me and my brother too. Well, I came to Canada on 2012, September 2012, a few weeks after my 21 birthday. When I came, I was really lost. It wasn't really my own decision to come. I was kind of experienced a lot of family pressures, and democracy wins, and I feel like, okay, if everybody's selling this and this and this and the greatest it could be being there, why not, right? And then I came, but I wasn't really sure what to do. My only thing in mind, it was the fact that I'm gonna see my dad. After a long time we hadn't seen each other, but I didn't really have any other plans. I was just thinking about maybe to take some English classes and pick up the language fast, and maybe make some friends, and yeah, fun things that you can do when you go to a different place. But when I came, the snow and the climate just brought me down. It was really cold. I couldn't even look through my window because it was fucking freezing. So I was pretty much indoor. I went to my English classes. That is a good thing about Canada. If you come as a permanent resident, you have the opportunity to go to English classes for free. So yeah, it's really great. When I came, I went to level 0, and I start from there. Now, actually, I went to 1 because the lady says that they didn't have any 0 level. What I can tell about my own experience living here is that I feel this is really hard to set up in a new city, in a new country, especially when the language is different and the climate is really different. I come from a tropical country, so the seasons for me was a new thing, and the snow and the winter, it was just terrible. I still complaining about it, but since I came, I've been learning English, going to classes. You have a mix up of cultures in one city. I think that's amazing too. The food that you get here is not as good as in Colombia, I think. The transportation system, I think, is more expensive here too. That's why I use my bike. But the cool thing about the buses here is that they have this rack in front of the bus where you can carry on your bike wherever you go. So that's cool too. And you also can take your bike on the train, and that's amazing, right? You can go with your bike everywhere. There are many different ways to come to Canada, as well as many different type of visa that you can apply for. You can apply for the tourist visa or visitor visa. For this visa, you just need to show Canada that you have enough money to support your trip and you have no intention to stay. It's People said that it's easier if you show that you have traveled somewhere else. You also can apply for a student permit or a student visa. For this one, you have to be admitted to any college or university program, as well as proof Canada that you can support your cost of living during the time you're studying. You can get a job during that time, but you have to get a permit. And you can get into any program that Canada has created in order you to get a job here and be able to come. There is this International Experience Canada, IAC. Basically, you promise Canada that you will work every single holiday, but there is no many here. I'm not sure how it works. There is also Living in Career, which is a program where you come to live in family and you take care of either children or an old adult. You can get a NAFTA visa once you had gotten a job here in Canada, and this kind of visa you have to prove the government that you are skilled to work in this area, and your employer have to prove Canada that it took the right decision hiring you instead of hiring someone that is already here. You can also apply for a federal skilled worker or a province skilled worker. You can find online on the Canada immigration page these kind of programs. They have specific jobs that you can perform here, so you have to go through that list and see if you are eligible for them, and that way you can come. The way I came to Canada, people says that it's the easiest. I was sponsored by my dad, so you can also come to Canada being sponsored by someone that is already here, but you have to be a family member or spouse. For this application, you need to provide the application sheet complete and a medical exams. For these exams, you have to go to a specific clinic. Canada will send you, and the clinic will send the results straight to them. This type of application, it took for me, I think it was between 2 to 3 years for me actually being here. And once I was here, I also did the application for my partner Julian, so I sponsored him to come, and for him I think it took 2 years and so months for him actually being here with me. We pay $65 for the application, and once he got his permanent resident status, I think we pay $300 more, plus the flight ticket and the cost of moving from one country to other. That it wasn't cheaper, but well, it is what it is. Okay, so I think that'll be all for this video. I think this little information had been helpful for you. Remember, I left some links down below. You can go through and deep in this information if you're really interested to come to Canada. The only recommendation I have for you is that you come when you have like an intermediate level of English. Please don't come as I did with non-English. It's really difficult, and it takes time. The language doesn't like stick in your mind one day to other. It takes time. So that's my only recommendation. Canada is a great country. I can't complain. There is some opportunities. You have to be a hard worker, but there are opportunities for you too. And that's it. I hope to see you in my next video. If you have any question or any recommendation for the next video, comment below and let me know. Thank you, and have a great weekend. See you next time.
How long do I have to climb up on the side of this mountain of mine?